Hello, I'm Kate Bonner for the Watercooler Diaries on KBTV. So we've all been there staring at the remote, wading through a minefield of hundreds of commands just so you can simply watch your favorite television show when you get home from work. I have a $399 remote control. It goes to the flat screen downstairs and upstairs. I don't know how to use it. I've never used it. I still use those gray big boxes from Comcast Cable. A few months ago, I did a piece on a phenomenon called feature creep, which is the idea that as gadgets get more and more features and become more and more complicated, consumers use them less and less, and the proof is in the returns. It cost businesses $100 billion last year in returns because half of the products that are taken back are not because the products don't work, it's because consumers don't know how to use them. In the age of the iPhone, gadgets with dozens of features and instruction manuals the size of a small phone book, well, that is the norm. To find out how burgeoning this trend of feature creep burnout really is, we decided to talk to people like you and head over to Meisner Park in downtown Boca Raton.
I'm not really attracted to the iPhone right now. It does seem like a cool gadget, but I don't think I'd want it for myself. I get what I need done on this. It's pretty simple. It's basic. So it's good enough for me.
I obviously have had some experience with the iPhone, and Apple is notorious for having a phenomenal graphical user interface, which makes its product very, very easy to use, as well as its intuitive design. Putting more and more features in a gadget is, the processing power that it takes to simultaneously use those features. And that's what the problem is.
However, a new trend is hitting the technology world, and it's a line of devices that offer less. And as a result, customers are leaving more satisfied. Read, less is more.
I'm sitting at the Starbucks in Meisner Park with Karen, and she's just gotten out of a Pilates class, and I'm asking her the question, as gadgets become more and more complicated with more and more features, when is enough enough?
People don't ever think enough is enough, but it is enough. I just got a new car, and there's so many different gadgets, like the iPod thing, the phone thing. The car sets itself automatically for all this stuff. I spent 15 minutes reading the manual, and I got nowhere.
It cost businesses $100 billion last year in returns because half of the products that are taken back are not because the products don't work, it's because consumers don't know how to use them.
I agree that some people, they don't want to mess with the technology itself, so what they do is they just don't want to mess with the product itself. So.
Do you find that that's giving you more business?
Sometimes yes and sometimes no. I think that if people took the leap and went into technology and weren't so afraid of it, I think that they would do a lot better than they think.
Makers are starting to respond to these feature-fatigued masses with devices that do just one thing. They're called one-trick pony technologies, and they're designed to handle just one task. Philips, the Dutch consumer electronics giant, sells a line of digital photo frames that play a slideshow the minute you pop in a memory card, a less complicated version of looking at pictures on your laptop. Best Buy sells handheld TVs with no satellite, no cable, no DVR, CD players that play only CDs, and AM/FM radios. Even Apple jumped on the bandwagon with the iPod Shuffle. It's so featureless, the user can't even shuffle through playlists, yet it's sold an estimated 30 million since its January 2005 launch. Perhaps one of the first to cater to the subscribers of this anti-feature trend is a company called Great Call. They make a super simple cell phone called the Jitterbug. This is a cell phone that only has buttons to press to make a phone call and to search your phone book. No MP3 player, no camera, no way to search the internet. Interestingly enough, the Jitterbug first came on the market in 1995, and it was used simply as a phone for roadside car assistance after a breakdown. Today, it appeals more to the minimalist, and it only costs $147. Thanks for joining today. I'm Kate Bonner for the Watercooler Diaries on KBTV.